Recording live from the city of the 915. It's time for Taco Tuesdays with Ace.
And welcome back to Taco Tuesdays with Ace, the year 2023. It's been a whole year since I've done a show, but now we're back, and I'd like to introduce to you guys some of the top hosts in the city with the fastest growing podcast. What is it called? Catch a Vibe? Is that your hashtag that you guys are going?
Yeah, Catch a Vibe and Stay Fresh is another one that we go with.
Stay Fresh. We're conversing with Chris and Misa. We got Chris and Misa here. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Taco Tuesday with Ace.
Hey, what's up, Ace?
Thanks for the invite.
Thank you for having us on here, bro.
No, it's been a while. Obviously, I got some tacos for you guys here, courtesy of Little Shack here. So go ahead and munch on. I know you guys do your celebratory pop open.
I was too thirsty, dude.
I know. Misa can't show any self-control as usual, but
I'm going to drink some water.
Okay. All right, so we got the cracking of the celebratory beer, and it sounds like... Cheers,
cheers. There we go. Because he already opened his.
Yeah. I'm going to indulge.
Indulge.
Chris, it's a sip, dude. This guy's like
dude, he was chugging.
He was
chugging. He said the first was, just a couple days ago.
That shit is fucking cold, man.
Hey, man, shout out to you. Thank you for the tacos, bro.
You're welcome. Now, you guys have been consistent on your guys' podcast. So before we get into the details, tell me where the idea of you guys starting a podcast came to be.
So, I mean, I've always thought about doing a podcast, but shout out to my cousin, Patrick Espeline. These guys host a podcast called The Middle's Open. And I saw him posting, about their pod and, putting it up on Facebook and stuff. So I reached out to him, and he was, the one that was dude, it's just, really easy. You're making it, a little too more complicated than it should be. He's just download the Anchor app, and then you can record straight into that. And then literally that's what I did. And then I did 13 or 12 episodes by myself with just me, my wife, and my homie Nick, some other friends of mine. But that's where the basic concept of the podcast came from, was watching somebody else do it and being inspired by them.
Now, Misa, what for you? Where did this journey start for you?
Honestly, I was just on Facebook one day, and I saw that Joe, our producer, he had just posted an episode with Chris, and I just fucking around. I just went and I sent him a message hey man, if you want somebody funny on your pod, let me know. A few days later, we ended up clicking together. That was episode 13. After that, I just stuck around, man. I loved it, and we're like, hey, how about we do it together? And that's how it happened.
The brotherhood began, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, kind of in a way. I mean, me and Misa have known each other since
middle school.
Shout out my cousin Blue. That's his best friend. They've been best friends forever. So we've always known each other, known of each other. We were never really friends. We weren't always hanging out and shit.
It's just acquaintance. We played basketball. I probably dunked on them a couple of times.
Wait, you dunk on him?
Yeah.
How high was the court?
I don't know, dude. What,
was it
4 feet?
Yeah, not that high.
4 or 5 feet.
Yeah, but it doesn't take a lot to dunk over me, by the way.
It was pretty much like it. It was just acquaintances, and we'd run into each other after 5-6 years of not seeing each other. But it was just a what's up, and this time we just got together, and it felt like I knew him already,
Yeah, Misa worked security at Sunland Park Mall, and I worked at Forever 21 there for a good let's say a good year and 8 to 10 months. That's actually where I met my wife as well. So just being there, you would kind of see each other, you would kind of run into the same people, so that's kind of
that was actually the last time I had seen Chris.
That was when we actually saw each other after years, and then eventually obviously you have them on Facebook, so they're kind of always there, and then they're in the back of your mind. You're thinking about them and stuff because of, Facebook, it allows us to stay connected with one another.
Awesome. Now going back to the early years, born and raised here in El Paso, Chris?
Yeah, both of us.
What's cool? What did you guys do in high school or anything like that?
Shit. So we went to Lincoln Middle School together, but Misa was a bad kid. He was in alternative and shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not.
Why you got to put this stuff on the streets
Dude,
for?
no, but it's because it's
It's
funny.
because I was that new Mexican kid from Canutillo district. Because I grew up in Vinton. That's where I grew up. So when I came over here, like within like 2 weeks, I was already in alternatives.
Yeah, but it's funny because like you have to think of like how I imagine this dude, right? Like fucking, if you went to alternative at Lincoln, you had the gray sweatpants and the white polo. Like
and
that was
overall.
and that was like that was your standard uniform every single day, you know? So like when I think back in my mind, like the first images I have of this fucker like being in alternative and like the lunch line with your hands behind your back and shit, like it was crazy, dude.
You know, that made me pretty much that whole, because like I was new, right? So I didn't know anybody, and I was kind of like this quiet kid that liked to skate and play football. But I actually got into alternative. Somebody else put fucking weed in a locker that I didn't use. Like it was assigned to me, but I never used it. So this kid ended up putting a brick, and they had a whole.
Oh, so you got set up.
I don't know. I guess like they heard that there was a dog search or whatnot, and then this kid decided to pick a random unused locker, and it ended up being mine.
Just happened to be Misa's.
And actually, funny story. The guy who did this ended up being like a brother-in-law. He ended up getting with my sister's wife like later on and shit. So
Did you tell him something?
yeah,
about it?
we always talk. Yeah, we always talk about it, dude. But yeah, but that was it. And ever since then, you know, I got out, and everybody thought I was just like a fucking bad kid.
So you got your street cred.
Yeah, I got without doing shit.
The West Side Street cred.
You got the straight. He's hard. This boy's hard.
Yeah, alternative in Lincoln at that time was nuts, bro. I remember getting jumped on the first day. That was crazy.
It wasn't like anything light. Like these guys would be fighting each other. Like that's why I remember just being like, damn.
Dude, I remember getting beat up. Like, don't you guys have parents? You know, like, why are you guys so mean?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, it was crazy, dude. But yeah, that was like, I mean, obviously, like we were into like sports and football, basketball. But I mean, that was us when we were like a lot younger, you know, like we didn't really know each other as like fucking persons at that time. It was kind of just like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, let's play.
He wasn't
basketball.
cool enough to be my friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
he couldn't see what you get.
Yeah,
No, not yet.
he didn't have no street
I
cred.
didn't have my street cred, bro.
You know, he didn't have the street cred.
I had to get that shit on my own, you know?
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody planning drugs in my locker and shit.
He planted his own drugs, dude.
So going, but piggybacking off that. So Chris, what has been your favorite childhood memory?
I think, honestly, just like I remember like going to like, because I went to Lindbergh before, which is now Mitzi Bond Elementary, because the principal died suddenly, all tragic, and then they changed the name to her name, so they named the school after her.
Before?
It was called Lindbergh Elementary.
That's true.
But then yeah, like the principal passed away, and then they switched the name, so it's called Mitzi Bond now. But I just remember like it was always cool doing like intramurals. Like that was like the thing I liked, was like getting like put on a basketball team with a few different people, and you kind of had to figure it out. And none of you were like really that good, so like everyone had a kind of like a good chance to like, you know, do their thing. But to me, like going back to like school memories, it would be like that, just playing sports with the homies. That was like my thing.
That's crazy. Now for you, Misa, favorite, right?
My favorite memory as a kid would probably be when I started playing Pee Wee football. My stepdad was a coach for the Sun Devils, and so my mom forced me. I was into soccer, and she forced me to be on this team. But what was so cool is like every like Friday or before a game, you know, the parents would get together and, you know, start getting drunk and shit. So that'd give us time for me and all my football buddies to go and do traviesas and stuff.
And
like
this is
that.
at what age?
I started playing when I was like 7 years old.
Dang.
Young.
I played pretty young, so that was for me. That thing every time I think about like them good times, that was a football season for sure.
I guess also for me, like video games, like Pokemon and shit. Like I was into that shit like at a very young age.
So that's why you didn't have your street cred yet.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
so
because
because
I was like, hey, you guys want to trade a Pikachu? Or what? Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I mean, I still love video games till this day. But I played a lot of games growing up, especially like I said, like Halo, fucking Madden, 2K, Pokemon. Like I was on that shit like early, like probably way too early, but like, you know.
I'm from Vinton, dude. So we didn't have money for any games and shit. So I was all outside. I mean, we had to hunt for our food and look for water and shit out there. But I was an outside kid, man.
Just because you were invented does not mean you were hunting for food.
hunting for food.
Like, It's
Yeah,
not that far.
Dude, everybody out there buries their own dog.
I
in
had
their
to
backyard
carry
and shit
water
like
on my head in a basket.
Yeah,
and
dude. You have to go
start
4
a fire.
miles.
You guys have a water park, fucking Wet and Wild, but you guys don't have running water and shit.
Nope.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Now, kind of fast forwarding. What do people misunderstand about you guys the most?
Fuck. I'll let you fucking answer that, Misa. I have a good answer to it, but I'll let you take the first stab at it.
What do I think they misunderstand? I feel that
Now, this is a two-part. Like, before you guys started doing the podcast, and then now after getting that new persona, right? You know, that public persona. Like, what was something that people misunderstood you? Like you said, you had the alternative, you know, kind of background, and you know, meeting new friends, and then fast forward to now you're a public figure here.
No, I guess I mean I've always been kind of like an outspoken dude. You know, I love humor, so I'd always be like the class clown, I guess. So I guess for people to see what I was doing, they were actually like, "Oh man, about time." Some people thought that maybe I should have been doing stand up or something like that, but I don't know. I had some friends or some family that thought like, este güey nomás puro party, you know, and yeah, even starting the pod, they thought like, oh man, all you guys, you know, the first thing they see is us popping the beer open, and they're like, they're just gonna talk about my malas and blah blah blah. But now that they see what we do and what we talk about and who we have and how far it's gone, it's like, Misa does have street credits, dude. that guy gets down.
Hey, novelas are mamadas too, right?
Yeah,
You know, people
yeah.
watch those every single
It's
night.
the most popular form of fucking like television still,
Yeah.
I would say, is like fucking novellas.
Now, Chris, what do?
I mean, I would say people underestimate, like, for sure, the amount of work that this shit takes. And, like, me and this dude have full-time jobs, too. Like, we don't just do this shit and then just fuck off all day. But I think, like, once they've seen, like Misa said, like, the dedication that we've shown, I feel like it speaks, like, for itself. Also, the guests that we've had on and the guests that we continue to bring in, too. Like, it's not just, like, it's not something that hasn't fucking lasted like so long. Like this shit's
Not
been
like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Like this shit doesn't happen for like 2 months and then just like fade away. Like we're on over like 3 years of doing this, so like it really does take work, and then it takes a lot of dedication, but it also takes like you have to believe in yourself. I've always said I've always told myself that, and like I tell Misa, like if we don't believe in each other, like if we don't believe in what we're doing, like no one's gonna take us seriously. Like we have to be our biggest fans at the beginning, you know.
Now going back, how nervous were you guys when you teamed up and like starting to get some big name guests? Like were those butterflies, you know, flying in there?
I don't know. You know what? You know, I always get asked like, do you get nervous before you start a pod? And actually, I don't anymore. But when we first started, I kind of did. But what always made it so easy is just the fact that like our chemistry is so good, and it's just. I sometimes forget that we were recording, you know, or something, and then to reach out to guests was something the same. I thought I was nervous, you know. This should I be very PC with this guy, and now me and Chris are just ourselves, and that's why it makes it so much easier, man. I kind of forget. It's fun, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I never got nervous. I mean, if anything, I put like a lot of expectations on ourselves. Like, we want to have a good interview. We want to have like a good episode. We don't want to ever come out and just like fucking. Be terrible at what we're doing. But I think for me, like Misa can tell you, like before I was doing podcasting, I was doing music, like I was rapping and stuff.
Whoa, rapper, huh? Hip hop.
Yeah. But
Trying to get a street cred.
Not
right?
even to the not even to the point where like it was actually like we were actually doing shit. Like me and my boy Sam, like we were actually making good songs. Like we were making like full projects. Like we were actually like
These guys were doing shows and everything.
yeah, we were doing shows, dude. I did a show in Austin. I did a show in Lubbock. I did shows all over El Paso. So like to me, I was like used to being in front of people or going up on stage and like, you know, like you have, and like we wouldn't dub our lyrics. Like we would rap all of it right then and there. So I was never afraid of like having my voice heard, I would say. But to me, like in the same sense, like I always had like a expectation of myself. Like if we're going to do a show, if we're going to do a podcast, like it has to be at this level. Like I'm not going to settle for doing something that's, you know, that's something that I'm not going to want to listen to myself.
Yeah, the expectations you have are set at that right now.
Right. And so like, and it's interesting because no one's really asked like me, like if I've ever been nervous. I mean, there's nerves always, right? Everything you do, there's
You'll
nerves.
see it. He'll stutter sometimes.
Yeah, I'll stutter. I'll fucking like
start sweating.
start sweating or I'll fucking bounce around a question like a bunch of times. But I think the most important thing is that you don't let the nerves discourage you from doing something. It's like you can always fight through them. You know what I mean? They'll always be there, but you can always overcome them.
I think what it is too is like actually going for it. Like a lot of people have these ideas and plans, and like at the beginning we always had we had a big board and we had all these names of who we wanted, from Johnny Cage and Buzz Adams and all these big names. But we told ourselves, look, like it's nerve wracking, but let's give our shot. Let's go ahead. What was it, 2020? Shoot our shot 2020 is what our motto was for that year.
Yeah, that's when we really started like reaching out to other people to be on the podcast. Because before it was just like me, Misa, my wife, my homie Nick, fucking
a cousin or
a cousin, someone friend. Like that we would feel comfortable with. Like, so having conversations with them is a lot easier, right? Mm-hmm. You already know them, you know how to get along with them. But when you bring in someone like Chuck DeBroder or someone like John Teicher, like, and you have to like figure out like, how do I approach this? Like, you know, what are the limits here? Like,
that was a nerve wracking one for me. Like, I'll tell you, for the John Taffer.
Oh, because that's Hall of Fame right there.
Right. And so for me, that's like I don't get nervous about doing the pod. It's about like meeting the expectations of like having someone like that on. Like, I want to come across like just as professional as they are.
Like for me, like nervous just means it means something to you.
Right.
It's not bullshit.
Right. It means you care, right? I guess.
Like,
right.
Like you're you want to do good. You know, yeah, everybody's gonna get nervous, but once it's that light and that camera's on, I mean, it's go time.
Right.
Yeah. Right? And then of course a couple of Bud Lights in you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, a couple of these. Yeah,
you guys got some what is it? Some power liquid right
some
there.
Red Coats and
right. Right, and your blue sleeve, blue power right there.
This is a blue Gatorade.
Yeah, I got the red one.
Now, right here, we are recording live from your guys' nice studio here. It's evolved since the last time I've been here, and I got to say, you know, great job. Great job.
Thanks,
to
man.
The custom table. You guys got your branding here, everything. I see the posters are up here. My photo's still not up here.
No, we got your books up here, dude. We got your gift from the Sun Bowl up here. But yeah, dude, I mean, this shit has come a long way for sure. We put a TV up here. This is probably like my favorite addition to the studio, because like when we're actually doing the pod with like our setup, you can actually pop up like anything you want on there. So it's cool because like if the guest wants to bring something up, just tell them, hey, just, you know, pull it up. And so I don't know.
We used to have a projector.
Yeah, we used to have a projector that we would project from here to the wall.
Hey, that's cool.
Which was cool because
which was actually
it
was
worked,
nice, dude.
You know. But cool. Like to have this, it's kind of more like of a, I don't know. It's kind of more like a legit setup. And like when we bring people in here and they look at it, they're like, oh fuck. Okay.
Man, my favorite now is, for me, it would be the table, because when we started, and I think it was you, and also we had 3 different sized desks.
I think so.
Yeah, we were rocking the shitty desk back then.
We just had like a blanket over it so it wouldn't look all, and it was all uneven too. So it was kind of embarrassing when we'd had a guest and like he tried to like scoot in, but he couldn't because there's drawers in there, you know, like
they're all banging.
Hey, but you made it work.
Actually, shout out to my buddy Luis, man, that works with me. We built this table together. He helped me out, and yeah, man, we got it.
Shout out Luis, by the way, for sure, because he fucking made this. And
we made it, dude.
Well, I mean, I attribute him.
He made this. Right. He made this sign himself as a gift.
The sign
to the
also,
for sure.
But I mean, just having the
sign right there, the sign that you guys see behind them right there.
Boom.
There it is.
It's got the lights and everything. But it's cool because like you guys just were able to put this shit together. Which I was telling Ace, like this shit doesn't come apart. This table, it's like real wood. Like it has to be like taken out in one piece and shit. But I don't know, dude. I mean, it's cool to see like the progression. Because like me and this dude, we started like taping in my garage and shit on a beer pong table with one center mic.
Dude, when you first called me, it was for episode 13, and I had called Joe, our producer, and I asked him, I was on the way to his house, and I was like, how is it? How's his pod? And he's like, bro, it's cool. We're in a room, and you know, we just have some drinks and we talk. And I'm thinking he has a studio already, and so I pull up to his house, and then Chris opens his garage door, and it's just a beer pong table with like one mic in the center, and that's it.
He didn't lie. It was a room.
Yeah,
right?
And he did have beer. Yeah,
it wasn't closed.
He had a lot of beer.
There it is. He didn't lie.
But it was fun, man. That was the first. Like, I mean, at that point, I would only listen to like Joe Rogan, like the main, you know, big podcast. Never thought about being in one or even, you know, being part of one. But yeah, man. From there, and then we moved over to his room, which was probably a little bit way smaller than that.
Yeah,
we're like in a little corner by like a 2x2 fucking table. So it's very tiny, but from there, yeah, man, we came over here and we just
Moving on.
try to make
up.
it work. Yeah.
Moving on up. Now, like I said, there's some tacos here. We need you guys to bite on these because I
Alright,
know you guys are
Get
hungry.
into it. Get into it, Misa.
What is
Open
this?
the first one.
Let's see what's the first one there.
Oh, dude.
I hope you're not allergic to anything. Disclaimer: if you're allergic, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Not my fault.
Yeah, but hey, thanks. Shout out to you, Ace, for putting us on here, man. Fucking.
I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done one. I guess a show. Literally, it's been a year.
It's been that long since you've had a show?
Yeah, it's been that long. You know,
It's because Ace is busy,
busy,
though,
man.
man.
He's a
He
busy
runs a
man.
whole sports network out here, bro.
yeah, we getting it. But like 2023, it's like, all right, let's try it again. Let's try to stay consistent like you guys are, because you guys have been consistent almost like on a weekly basis, pretty much.
It's twice a week now, brother.
Twice a week.
Right
Twice
now,
a week.
so that like recently changed. That changed probably like a month ago. Me and this guy just kind of had a talk, and we're just like, "Hey, how about we just do twice a week?" Because what I was noticing is that like the people that really listen to our podcast, the people that like listen, like we drop on a Sunday, by Monday at like 3 p.m. they've already heard the episode, right? So for them, they have to wait like a whole another week until they get another edition of the pod. So for us,
That's why you make it sizzle.
right. So for us, that's what we were like. How about we do two
not
episodes?
keep our fans waiting.
Yeah. Let's do two episodes a week. One episode will be just like the pod, like me, Misa, Joe. Bring in my sister. Bring in Chris Molina. Bring in people that Iggy that have been around the pod, and then the second episode of the week is your interview. Sit down with like whoever it is, whatever guest we've had on.
Yeah. So it's every Thursday and Sundays when we release an episode.
And so that was kind of like the idea to give people more content. And honestly, we've seen with the numbers, dude, that like, yeah, like the more content we give people, the more views we get on our channel, the more subscriptions we get. So it's just like, it gives you reason to want to feed the beast, you know?
Yeah. It makes it harder though too, you know.
Hey, coming up with that
But,
content
yeah.
is it gets a little challenging, but
Yeah.
you
It's
guys
tough.
you got that system in place and you just roll with it.
Right.
I mean, the guests that you guys are bringing on makes it a lot easier. Sorry, so how's it taco? You gotta get a taco.
dude,
Come
yeah,
on now.
Chris,
Alright,
come
we're
on,
It is
get
it
in
is
there.
Taco
I'm gonna
Tuesday.
open up this one.
It is Taco Tuesday.
What is
Chris
that?
is all like, hey man, and he was breaking up and he was telling me, he's like, hey man, I got
This is
tacos
the
and
shrimp one. I'm
and I
gonna
was
try
like,
the
what?
other one. Which one did
I'll
you
take
get?
I'll take the shrimp.
Here, you give this one.
Chris,
to
are you not a
Ace.
fan of shrimp?
They're okay. I mean, I would prefer my taco not to be of shrimp or fish variety. But that's just me. 'Cause
Little
I'm a
Shack
fucking
on?
bastard.
Little shack.
Oh no, these are the Lombre ones. That's what this is.
Come on, Chris, you gotta try it, Chris.
Yeah, no, these are good as fuck, dude. I've already had these before. Little Shack is a fucking hidden treasure, dude. If you guys have never been there, you definitely want to go.
You know what?
Did you try this orange salsa?
No, I didn't.
That's what you got to try.
I haven't. I can't remember. I'm sure. I feel like I have been, and if I have, it's been fucking years since I've gone. So, pretty good stuff.
You're gonna hear me take a fat old bite of this right now.
Hey, Ace, favorite taco, quick.
Al pastor with pineapple.
With the pineapple.
Nice.
I
Hey,
mean,
man, you got to get that beach vibes
that
in there.
sweetness in there.
Hey,
Why is that? Is that like a Cali thing? Because I've never understood why people do that.
I don't know. I'm gonna cause some controversy, but I like it on my pizza.
Oh, Chris, spit that out, bro. Spit that out.
Hey, hey.
Hey, man, to each your own. I always say that, dude. To each your own, bro. Let them. They want to do some crack too. Let them do it.
Hey, I'd rather have that than colitas de pavo.
Dude,
What?
that's-
No,
Yeah,
that's good,
ain't-
bro.
No, I can't deal with that
You
shit.
don't
That's
like
gross.
turkey ass?
Can't do that.
No.
Turkey
dude.
tails. Sorry,
Hell
turkey
no.
tails.
I know.
Yo, these tacos are fucking good, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I can't do
try
like
some of the
the
sauce.
colitas de pavo. I can't do lengua, shit like that.
Man, going to Juarez, dude, getting
Even
the-
like menudo's kind of like the tripe,
Chris,
the meat.
Chris, don't let this guy fool you, man. This guy is not Mexican.
I'm picky as fuck,
This
too.
guy is not Mexican, dude. He can't
He's from
barely
Spain?
speak Spanish.
He's from Spain.
Dude, no, dude. I don't know where he's from. He's from Canada, somewhere else.
Do you like apples?
He does. He smokes out of them all the time.
Big apple guy.
Now going back to your guys' consistency, right? We just started the new year. Chris and I were talking about
that shit's
it
so good.
earlier. You've had Johnny Cage start the new year with his year 3?
Year
Yeah,
number
year
3,
three.
man. Shout out
So-
to Johnny Cage.
It's a tradition that we started.
What going back, like, starting that, did you ever think,
I don't know. I've been asked that, like, hey, do you think you would have been doing this, like, this long and blah blah blah? And the thing is like, me and Chris have this drive, and we want this so bad. We want to get to a point where like this is what we want to do for a living, So since day one, we knew that like we're gonna be doing this for a while, Like we weren't gonna quit. So, and the funny thing is with Johnny Cage, we were it was that whole year, like Shoot Your Shot 2020, and it was 2019, the end of 2019, and I thought, like, dude, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it to Shoot Your Shot, and I did, and he answered right away. He was the most down-to-earth, humble guy. I would have thought it would be so hard to, like, get a hold of this guy, and there's other people that aren't as big as him that has been so hard to get a hold of, but nah, he responded right away, and he's also seen how much the studio has changed throughout the years, so having him here, and it's just so happened that it was, like, the first episode. We just ended up getting him at that time. And the next year it happened again around that time, and that's when we're like, it's gonna be a tradition.
You gotta save him for the first episode of the year. Right?
Yeah, I think it was like by coincidence the first two times. Honestly, we didn't plan that. This time we did, but it's because we realized like, hey, that would be cool. Like 3 years in a row, start off with Johnny Cage, and then like he's also been so willing to be a part of it too, so that makes it easier. Because like all I had to do was like text him one day, and then. Next thing you know, he's fucking here with us. So I think it's cool because, like, he's so willing to do it, so it makes it easier. But, yeah, it was cool. Fucking, how was that taco, dude? You almost died.
Bro, that sauce. What's in that sauce,
that
bro?
salsa
Holy
is fucking
crap.
fire, I'm telling you.
Like
orange salsa. I don't know
like
what
a Chipotle
it is. But yeah,
all I know, your eyes rolled back like the Undertaker right there, right?
I saw my brains on that one, dude.
I'm over here trying to give Johnny Cage some love.
Probably
And then
this guy's
fucking,
eyes
this
rolling
guy's over
back
here
like he-
fucking orgasming on the air.
That is crazy.
Yeah, dude,
It's
I mean,
creamy and everything's good.
I think it's also like a kind of like a testament to like to us, just like him seeing that like those whole 3 years, like we never stopped, like we just kept fucking putting out episodes. So he kind of sees like the commitment, and he knows what it takes. Also, I mean, being in like the position that he's at, reaching the success that he's had, he kind of realizes what it takes to fucking make it in like the radio or like entertainment industry.
Now, on your guys' list for 2023, who are you guys eyeing?
Oh, man. I want to go all the way this year, man. I want to for sure try and get Aaron Jones in here this year. I'm a big fan of Buzz Adams, so I want to see Buzz Adams in here. Crystal Poppin, hopefully.
I want Coach Joe Golding for sure, the UTEP basketball coach.
And he's energetic, tell you that.
Yeah,
much.
dude. When you watch him coach a game, you're like, fuck, I would like to play for somebody like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Misa said, like people like Christelle Poppin, fucking
Will Hernandez from the
Will Hernandez would also
Arizona
be
Cardinals.
another great fucking get. Fucking Diego Luna, we've been trying to fucking hunt down that guy. Just different players, man. Even the new local coach that they appointed would be cool. Aaron Jones, like he said.
I want to start looking into like local artists as well. I know there's a lot of bands out there that are really good and are just not exposed enough, and I think for me, that would be a thing to do this year, is just do a little research on what kind of bands are out there.
And then maybe like someone like in the city, like government, like Tommy Gonzalez, or maybe like.
Oh, you're going politics on there.
Yeah, dude, we're going to go hard. Dude.
Just to, like, I mean, we've had a mayor on the pod before, so.
Which mayor?
Javier Parea.
Yeah, he's from Sunland Park, New Mexico. But I think just to like show that like, we can bring like people from way different facets of life on this podcast, and like we can really like put them together and get a good interview out of it. And yeah, it's like you would think, oh, city manager or the mayor, it's going to be political. Yeah, it'll have some political like parts to it, but it'll also be like a good chance for the people to really get to know them on like a personal level, you know?
Oh, good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. Now, will you guys be taking this podcast mobile, or is it just going to be like, because with the technology that we have now, will you be like, say, going on location somewhere?
Yeah, that's that's always been one of the main ideas, to have like a live show sometime. We've talked to
well, you guys did a live show just last week.
Well, well, there's a difference between like streaming live from the studio or doing like a on remote live. Like, for example, like we were talking to Joe Dorgan. Shout out to Joe, by the way. He's a badass. We were talking to him about
my old boss right there.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking cool as fuck, dude.
Yep.
I remember you introduced me to him first at the Spaces, and then I ran into him while we were doing this podcast, And we really got to know him when we did his interview, and we sat here for like an hour afterwards and just chopped it up. But he's even said, like, yeah, if you guys want to come through, use 101, do a show there, like, that's something that we want to do. I also know we have our boy Tony at 4th and Goal Barbecue that has also kind of like told us, like, hey, man, you know, whenever you guys are down, let us know. We'll put some shit together. But I think for us, we want to get the production right for that shit. Like, if we're going to do it, like, we want it to be, like, a fucking good production so that everyone that does show up, like, has a good time. Because it's like throwing a rap show, dude. It's like, you know, if you're going to do something like that, you got to be prepared to, like, give it your all and come, like, you know, come correct.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, question here.
We might need you for that, Ace.
me for what?
Yeah, for sure.
For helping out with the production
the
on
production
that.
aspect on there.
You know how to do a live show, dude.
I don't know anything. I don't know what y'all talking
exactly.
about.
You know how to pick out some good tacos.
Big ass cameras up
Dude,
there.
right?
I can get you some tacos right there. I know how to place. I know how to place an order. But going back to 2023, what is the one thing that excites you guys the most? Not just podcast wise, but like say personally, like 2023, because you, like you said, going back from 2020 and all the trials and tribulations that everybody had to go through. 2021 still kind of like a blur. Last year, kind of getting back into the swing of things. All right, 23, no excuses. Like, what's something that excites you guys the most personally?
For me personally, man, is every year just brings a new year for me to watch my kids, man. I have 2 kids. I have a 13-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. And so these past few years with Rona and stuff, like, it's been so difficult for them. And now I'm just waiting. Like, my son is into soccer too, so, you know, this year putting him into sports.
So we got soccer dad.
Yeah,
over
he's
here.
got a soccer. Yeah, he's into soccer. My daughter's into volleyball, and she's 13 years old, thinking she's 18 already. So I have to deal with all that. But
Hey,
it's
all
fun,
coming.
man.
It's all coming back.
It's
right?
all, it's all coming back. But
circle,
yeah,
bro.
man. I don't know. I told Chris and the whole podcast crew that I feel like 2023 is going to be a big, big year for all of us. Not just for the pod, but personal. I think good stuff is coming for all of us, man. For sure. Probably win the lottery.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
that'd be
yeah.
nice. Yeah. I guess for myself, dude, I'm actually gonna finish my bachelor's degree this coming spring. So
After like 20 years? and
yeah,
stuff?
after
Hey, as
fucking,
long as he finishes.
dude, after 12 years of
That's why I
fucking
don't go to school.
doing this shit, dude, and like
YouTube University.
being the worst student for so many years, and then like actually going back and taking it seriously. But I will graduate finally with the degree from UTEP.
In what?
Media advertising. It's a communication degree. So I'll finish. My last class will be like March or May of this year. So then I'll fucking graduate with like the spring commencement and shit. So
am I thinking you guys are gonna do a special graduation episode?
from the stadium and shit, like from
No,
like,
not that. There's gonna be too many people there on that. That's gonna be yeah. But afterwards, y'all can do a special live. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Enjoy your time.
I
on
don't
that.
know.
Just-
Yeah, like I feel like I'm already stressed out about it enough. Like I kind of just want to like I didn't even really want to walk because like
You gotta do that crip walk when you're going across the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
yeah, but like my thing was like I don't know. Like the last time I walked for anything was high school graduation, right? And I think back like I was with my friends. I knew like everyone there. Like now I imagine myself graduating from UTEP. Like I don't know anybody. Like I'm never on campus, so it's not the same, you know. But I'm doing it because like my mom asked me to. So
Dude, you should hide a Bud Light in your.
I'm gonna have like a fucking
Just
like
pop one open when you get it.
What are those fucking little like the hydro packs you put on when you go camping?
Oh, the
Oh, yeah,
Camelback.
Yeah, one of those. Just fill it with fucking Bud Light. Just be there the whole time.
Yeah,
Just-
dude.
No, you should pop the helmet with the
Oh
straws.
yeah, dude, from Waterboy. Yeah, that shit would be funny, but I don't know. It's not the same to me. Like it doesn't feel like the same, but obviously I understand. Like it's a good accomplishment. Everyone says like, yeah, dude, as long as you finish, which I understand. But I mean, for me, like I already have like my little cousins already graduating too, so I'm just like, God damn it, dude. Like you could have done this so long ago, but
Hey, you guys can party up and have the party, 2 parties in one night.
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Save
dude,
some money there.
And then Misa's gonna probably learn how to read this year,
Yeah,
so that'd
definitely.
be good for him.
I'm excited for that too. I'm excited for the Chargers to win the Super Bowl this year too.
Shut the
Ooh.
fuck
Hey,
up.
they've had some good games right there.
Chargers.
Speaking of that, I got a little gift for you guys here. All right,
Wow, dude, you brought us tacos and a gift.
and a
Jeez.
gift, to add to the collection here. I don't know where you're gonna
what
hang it.
is.
What
It's
is
a
this?
terrible towel.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's a Packer one.
dude.
Okay.
Straight from Lambeau.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
I was gonna be upset if this was a fucking Steeler one because there's nothing more disrespectful than giving somebody who's a Cowboy fan a Steeler piece of merchandise because they're the only team that has more Super
I love
Bowls than them.
sports a lot, but I'm not that type. They were like, because I think this is cool. It's not like I'm not the type of like, nah, fuck that. I don't want it, even though I'm a Chargers fan. I have friends that like they wouldn't even let me in their house if I'm wearing something Chargers. But thank you,
Really?
dude. Yeah.
It's all good, but straight from Lambeau.
I like to support the pack. For
Chris
sure.
is like, no, I got something to wash my car.
And then we got something to hang right there next to the cereal box.
Oh yeah, there you go. Aaron Jones card.
Let me see.
Sick. Here, dude. Check that shit out. That shit's nice. Hell yeah. Thank you.
So if you were gonna turn the towel away, you wouldn't have got the card.
No. I like it sucks being a fucking Cowboy fan because I see these colors and I'm just like reminded that anytime we run into the Packers in the playoff or any game that's meaningful, they always have our number. But it's good to be humbled sometimes,
Thank you, man. Thank you, Ace.
Y'all been humble for about 25 years, now.
Forever, dude. Yeah, this is sick as fuck.
27 years.
But
on
yeah,
that.
dude, thank you.
Yeah.
This shit's sick as fuck.
Thanks, Ace.
Are you
bro.
good? Just add to the collection there. Like I said,
We should invite him all the time because every time he comes, it brings gifts, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we got the fucking that book from the bowl games is fucking fire. By the way, I was telling you, I gave
So
my dad.
interesting, yeah.
I showed my dad.
tell him the story. Tell him the story right here.
I showed my dad the fucking book that he gave us, and for people who don't know, it's like a commemorative book of like the history of like the college bowl games, and they have a section where they have for each for each bowl game, but for certain bowl games they have old printouts of what the tickets used to look like, and they had a Sun Bowl ticket from the 1930s, like 1935, 1936. So I went to the Sun Bowl on Friday with my dad and like my family. And as me and my dad are walking in, we have our real tickets, like we're about to go in. This fucker flashes the 1935 ticket to the lady and shit. Like, she was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know what I mean? And she's like, sir, like, that's not going to work. And then he was just fucking around. But it was just funny that he had that the whole time. And he thought to like whip it out right at that point. Like,
That's
it was
funny.
good. Good comedy right there.
That's a good one right there.
So what do you guys think about the game right there?
I thought it was a good game, dude. It was cold as fuck, honestly. For
It was
a while.
not. Come on, cold. It was
Dude,
not cold.
Well, I wasn't prepared. Like I went. And
No,
like,
it was like 58 degrees. Come on now, like cold. It was. You want to talk about cold? Last year was cold.
Yeah. Last year was worse. That's why there was no one there last year.
I mean, last two times that we went to, or that you went.
I mean,
it
if you're
fucking
not
rained.
prepared, it's cold. But yeah,
People up in the north are just looking at you right now. And
right.
rolling
They're
their
like, you're a
eyes,
bitch,
cold.
dude. You're
like,
like
it's 58
completely-
degrees.
yeah,
Really?
exactly.
They be
You're
in
a loser.
chanclas and shit.
Right.
the
dude.
people that live in Buffalo and shit, they were dying in their cars from the snow. Yeah.
Right,
No, I
right.
Hey, is this
understand.
game still
Dude,
temporarily
it's still
suspended?
Dude, that means something bad happened. That's
So
all
yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna say.
recording right now on a Monday, and something happened at the Buffalo.
They suspended the game. The Monday night game against the Bengals, they suspended this thing. We were like 5
They
minutes
suspended
into
the
it.
first quarter.
Yeah,
Or-
dude. I mean, like, I don't even know if they're gonna play the rest of the game tonight. But anyways, the Sun Bowl game was great. It was good because there was a lot of people in attendance this year compared to last year. But I always have a good time. I don't really like care too much like who the teams are because usually you get a mix of like Washington, UCLA versus North Carolina. There's always kind of like Oregon State versus like somebody it's almost kind of like the teams are like repetitive after a while. But this year it was a very good game and like it went down to the end and I think fucking Pitt won, right?
Pitt won.
Okay, Pitt won. And they won by like 3 points. I mean,
Chris
I
had
didn't
to
stay
ask,
for the end.
yeah, I was gonna
didn't
say.
stay for the end of the game. I
There's
mean,
Oh, you
no
did.
way.
You didn't stay for that.
no, dude, I got cold, dude. We were sitting.
No,
Oh
no,
my
he
God.
got drunk.
No, I was good this year, but we
This
got
year?
cold. We got super cold, and we went back to the tailgate, but it was cool. But yeah, the atmosphere was a lot better.
Well,
than,
you missed the main part.
Yeah, I know. It was like you could hear the stadium like going crazy, so I felt bad. But
Well, because UCLA takes the lead, right? And there's like less than a minute left, right? No timeouts. They get the ball on the 20.
Damn.
Get it, runs, first down. No timeouts. Gets it, chucks it right there. 11 seconds left. This dude's going to hit like a 40-something yarder. Straight in the wind, kicks it, money, right?
just like that,
Money. And it was good. Like I said, there was some jaw japping between both teams, all week and pregame too, a little scuffle. And like I said, it was good. I felt kind of bad because I'm on the pit side line because they're leading, and then UCLA drives. They take the lead. I'm like, all right,
You go back to their side.
So I go to that side over there. I'm talking to Ed, right? Because Ed's an ex-alumni, and then he goes, and then boom, they start driving. He's like, oh crap.
Back to
And
the
then
other
boom,
side.
he kicks the field goal. I'm like, sorry, Ed, gotta go. And then boom, went back to the other.
Hey, you gotta go where the content is, man.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
We did miss the shot though of the, because instead of Gatorade being thrown on the coach, they fill up a jug of Frosted Flakes.
Right.
So as they were about to do it, the players were like, "Oh, we'll do it," and then they like did one of the most non-enthusiastic kind of like thing, and it just like fell, like it didn't even get near the coach.
They ruined the surprise.
And then,
the
but they made Frosted Flake Angels on the floor. But
Oh, nice.
but no, it was a good game. Like I said, it was a good day. It was not cold.
I was cold. Like I said, where I was,
Dude, it's
sitting
colder
at,
in
I was
here.
fucking cold. But I was looking for you on the field. I was like fucking constantly like scanning for you, but I couldn't find you.
No, there was a bunch of
It's because
media.
he was running back and forth,
Well,
bro.
no, I mean, but
No,
there was
actually,
a
I
lot of
don't
media.
anymore.
Yeah.
You'll catch me on one side of the end zone and then the other because there's
Yeah.
just so many people on the sidelines now,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna go chill in the back over there.
Yeah.
Got my zoom lens. Action will come towards me.
Yeah. So I was looking for Ace. I couldn't find him out there, but I knew you were there because I was watching your story the whole time.
Yeah, so
So-
it started with the Artie out there. So going back, also, I have my buddy Artie.
Shout out Artie, by the way.
Artie going everywhere. Another gift for you guys here is you guys get to select a friend of his.
Oh
Hey.
shit! Artie and friends,
Right, Artie's and friends. So
Artie gets bitches too, by the way.
Yeah, he looks, dude. He looks like he's
really
been eating,
does,
dude.
yo. He looks like he's been living a good life. All right, Misa, I'll make the first selection. How about that? I'm going with the blue elephant. Is that what that is?
Yes,
An
it
elephant?
is.
Yes.
now you got to name him or
Shit.
her, and then that's just your travel buddy right there.
This is a good one right here. I'm gonna name him Blue.
Hey, dude.
Blue the elephant. How about that?
Blue the elephant.
Actually, you're one of the fastest persons to like name theirs. Like,
Dude, well, because like when you give names to things, like you don't want to think too hard, like you want to, unless it's your kid, like that, yeah. But like if you're naming a dog, like I recently did, or you name a little figurine that your boy Ace got you, you don't think too much about it, And so like I'm looking at it, he's an elephant, and I'm like, he's blue. I like my cousin Blue, so I was like, hey, there it is,
Yeah.
right there.
And we miss our
Yeah, I
boy,
miss him,
man.
dude.
He's been gone for a little
He's
while.
been
so-
like disabled, his back is
Yeah.
broken and shit,
he
but
got his back broken into, bro. Isn't that crazy?
ouch, like
Yeah.
like from the Batman comics, like that type of stuff.
Something like that.
like
yeah.
Brokeback Mountain style.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But yeah, so this is my guy Blue, and he's got pink ears, and he's my new mascot now.
that's
So I'm gonna sit him down right
Let me
there.
say you got your choice from some crazy ducks.
Oh.
I think that's a hippo.
Yo, I know which one looks exactly like you, Misa.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, dude. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's a great selection right there. Now name him.
I don't know why, but instead of like Malcolm X, it'd be like Misa X.
Why? Because he's black.
Yeah, dude.
He's brown. He ain't
He's
brown.
brown. Well, his lips are pretty black. He's got a black tail.
He smokes
too.
a lot, dude.
Yeah. All right, so we got Misa X and Blue the elephant right
Yeah,
there.
Blue the elephant, and the last little gift
Here,
here, because you guys got
It's
Tony's
gonna show
autographs
right
right there.
here,
So.
too.
Hey,
El Tigre.
Tony the Tiger, bro. This is great, dude.
Is it really, Misa? It's great. Huh?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I swear to God,
Fucking
Frosted
Tony
Flakes
the
is my favorite cereal.
Frosted Flakes was, it hit good.
I still eat it to this day. I just cut up with some banana slices on
That
top of
cannot
it.
Now,
be
did
your
you
favorite cereal,
did you
though.
put extra sugar in it?
No, I never
No,
did.
you never
Nah,
did that?
I wasn't that crazy kid.
I
dude.
did that on cornflakes.
Nah, those. You know who does that? It's all those kids with the silver caps in their teeth. That's those other ones that do that.
Yeah, but cornflakes are you have to put fucking sugar in them, right? 'Cause
Not
then
Frosted Flakes.
No, but he was saying he takes cornflakes, put sugar.
Oh
in
yeah,
those.
yeah.
Got
That's
the-
the old Mexican way
Yeah.
to do it. Every time
Yeah,
I
my
go to
grandma used to do
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. But like with Frosted Flakes, you don't have to because they're already.
Yeah,
Frosted.
but like my
They're
mom said,
sugared
you
out.
are what you eat, and I'm sweet. So
Look at you. If we had that horn, we'd be
Yeah,
hitting
dude.
it right
see,
now.
they use their keypads a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
We utilize the shit out of those
Yeah,
buttons.
dude.
We like the sound effects.
I don't.
I think it makes good for theater of the mind. You know what I mean? It kind of gives just like another element to the podcast. But yeah, I really like the fucking sound effects And yeah, shout out to you, dude. Shout out to Mr. Tony the Tiger.
To El Tigre.
El Tigre.
Right.
Dude, I got more gifts than from Ace than
That
anybody
I got
else
for
this
fucking
Christmas,
Christmas
dude,
and
for
shit.
real.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Right,
We got tacos. We got Aaron Jones cards. We got a fucking towel from the Packers, and we got 2 new pets.
Jesus.
How about that?
Dude, just keep them away from Bud.
Yeah.
Chris got a new dog, and now Chris is a dad. And I was telling people, man, it shocks me because I thought Chris would always be the only dog in this house. But no, now there's another one. That's a puppy, dude. And it stole Chris's heart because Chris does not like dogs.
You don't like dogs.
I'm not the biggest dog fan, no.
What catches your eyes on this dog?
Well, I mean, I did it for like my wife for sure. She'd been bugging me for like 5 years to get a dog, and
5 years.
yeah, dude, it's been a while. We've been together 10 years, and so eventually,
All right, congrats on the actual wedding.
Yeah, we actually got married too. So, we're like we've been together for so long, and like she's kind of always like wanted a dog, and she's really good with dogs, but I've always been the one kind of like holding back on that end. And then finally, I was just like, yeah, you know what, like. You know,
And what does
not
that dog do?
If not now, but when, you know? Like,
What does that dog do? He comes and takes his shit in the
he took
studio.
a shit in the studio, dude. Like, literally, I was in here, like,
Hey, marking his territory,
yeah,
bro.
dude.
Who
But it was
runs this
so,
house?
it was so disrespectful, though. It was like the
Dude,
most disrespectful shit I've ever seen.
Disrespectful. Have you trained him?
Well, we've been trying to train him, but
Disrespect.
like,
Come on, you blaming the dog. For
Right?
being a
What do you
dog.
think your mom would have been thinking every time when you were a kid? You shit your pants.
I didn't shit in no one's
Disrespectful
studio, though,
kid.
bro. That's like, it's like, here's Lena now. He's going to give me the face.
Don't talk
But
shit about.
All
Bud.
I'm saying is, like, look, Ace, we were in this house, right? There's plenty of room for all of us to be, right? And I'm in here. I was working on something for the podcast by myself. The dog just, like, strolls in here. At first, I'm like, oh, he just wants to be pet. And no, he just comes to this corner and just fucking lays the fattest shit ever. And it's just like,
Dude,
all right,
and
dude,
he was
pick it
making
up.
eye
On his way
contact
out, yeah.
on Chris the whole time.
On his way out, he was like, go ahead and pick that up, by the way.
He's like, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, exactly.
What you
It
gonna
was
do?
so disrespectful. Like I said, it was right before a podcast too. So like, it was just, I don't know. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
He looked at
bro.
you like, what you gonna do? Huh?
Exactly. On his way out, when he was strutting away, he's like, "What's up, bitch?"
All right,
Do
now
something.
I'm stealing a page from your guys' book, which your guys is rapid or not? Is it rapid questions or like your top 5 type of random?
5 random questions.
Sometimes we do like a rapid fire, this or that. Like we'll be like apple or banana, shit like that. Or we do like a
I'm gonna do a top 3.
5 random questions, something like that. It depends on the guest too. It depends what mood we're in. If Misa's been good or not, then sometimes he likes to get involved with the questions. But I don't know. It's a little mix.
Let's do this. We're gonna do the not rapid quick top 3 superhero movies. Chris.
Dude, I'm the worst person to ask about superhero movies.
Okay, dramas.
But no, I'll give you superhero movies though, just because you're asking. I would say the Batman, The Dark Knight, the first one.
Okay.
With Heath Ledger as the Joker, because he was like the shit as the Joker. I was like, damn, that's badass.
Yeah.
Other than that, number 2, I would say Spider-Man, but the what's his name? The one with
The very first one.
Yeah, the very first Spider-Man that came out.
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah,
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire. Yes, and then that girl was the fucking
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Yeah, and then other than that, number 3, I would say, fuck, that one's tough. How about the original? I guess like the first set of X-Men movies with like Hugh Jackman as fucking Wolverine. Those are pretty solid as well too.
Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't even because Chris doesn't really watch.
I don't really
movies, so
watch
for him to
movies too,
answer,
yeah.
dude. Look at him, dude. He's sweating. Look at him.
But it's because like I don't know, I get tired of those types of movies after a while. But I think like the first of a set of series is usually pretty good. I would say.
All right, so I'm gonna leave the DVD movies I was gonna give you right now.
Is Lord of the Rings considered like fucking superhero at all? or
Why
no?
not? I mean, based off
I
of
mean,
novel.
it's fantasy, right? And it is based off a book, so
Harry Potter.
I mean, it's the same kind of thing. Like they're not like there's Harry Potter's still saving the world, right? Like it's just in a different way.
The Wizard World.
And so and
He's
like
a wizard.
like Frodo was saving Middle Earth and shit.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Misa, your top 3.
Yeah, my number 1 would have to be that first Spider-Man movie. Just because when it first came out, I thought it was such a good movie, the graphics and the fighting and all that.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't. I actually got mad because I thought it should have been a lot longer.
Oh, now all the movies are long.
Yeah, now they're way too fucking long. But speaking of long movies, actually, I really liked the End Game for the Avengers End Game. I just liked it just because having to see all the superheroes on there. And
Now, did you cry? Spoiler alert.
yeah, I did. Well, I didn't really cry. I tried, but it's just I teared up for sure. But yeah, man. And I think my third one would have to be one of I think it was the first Guardians of the Galaxy, just because I thought the humor was pretty good in those movies.
Actually, I never saw those.
Nah, they're pretty
seen
good.
those either.
Yeah, they're fun movies to watch.
I
for
haven't
sure.
seen those. Haven't seen those. All right. Top 3.
Oh, and Catwoman, just because she's hot.
Which one?
Halle Berry, for sure.
Okay.
because she's Halle
Top
Berry.
3 vacation destinations that you will like to go visit.
Ooh.
Fuck, I would say somewhere like in Greece, like those islands that you see like on like these crazy fucking travel websites. I would want to go there. And then I also have, for some reason, I want to go to Turks and Caicos, like the fucking island spot in the Caribbean. I know that's like super exclusive, but that
That was
cool.
somewhere in New Mexico, dude.
Yeah.
It's next to Tier
Is that-
C.
Yeah, next, it's the other Tier C. The one that's like 45 minutes to the west. And then I would also like to go. I've never been in New York City, so I'd like to go check that out.
New York City.
Man,
But live like the baller like life status in fucking NYC. Like stay at a nice
All right,
place.
but define baller status. You know, because the same meal that you can get, say, in Texas, is like 4 or 5 times more
Right.
because it's in your
Right. I mean, I would just say to where like you're staying in a nice place, like.
Because remember,
You know what
the rooms are probably smaller in this,
Right.
and they're like $800 a night.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, I would just like to check it out because just.
I mean, if we're talking about where we could go,
Right.
like if we could do
like
it,
if money's not an object, then those are the types of places I would want to go. Just because I don't know, you hear so much about New York City, and it's always an attraction. Like I would rather go there than to like Vegas or some shit. I feel like
Yeah.
New York City has more to offer, but that's just me. I could be totally wrong.
Misa?
I think I'd go somewhere like in Tokyo, like them big cities, Tokyo or maybe somewhere nice in Japan. I like old stuff, man. So for sure, probably like all of Europe. Maybe just have travel like through like the old cities and just look at all that. But also at the same time, somewhere quiet, maybe like a nice island in the Philippines or something like that. So something
Philippines
chill, man.
would be sick too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, they called off this game, dude.
Did they?
This game is over. Bro, you know what that means, right? I'm not gonna say it, but I think we all know what that means.
No way. That
Bro,
can't be
when
it.
do they ever call off a game like this?
Like
People-
I said, if it was like extremely bad to her, like it was
Bro,
fatal, like they would have rushed them out of there.
Well, that's what I'm
Not just
saying.
leave
That's
them there.
that's
Or like-
probably what happened, dude.
No, they were on the field for so long with the ambulancer.
No, I know, but then after that, they're like, "Hey, if this guy just passed away right now, we can't keep playing."
True.
Like that doesn't happen. They don't ever end games like this. Like,
Right.
dude, people get hurt all the time. They're like, "All right, next play. This happened," and they called the whole game off. I've never seen that before.
Never.
They called the whole game off, dude. Hey, but on my fantasy though, all savage. Yeah, no, that was a bad joke.
That was a
I'm going
bad
to hell.
joke.
Yeah, I'm going to
That was
hell for
bad.
that. But I'm just saying, I'm making an observation here. I've never seen a game called off like that. That is absolutely wild.
that's crazy. I mean, I hope he's all right. I hope he pulls
Fuck.
through and come back because Diggs needs to fucking make another 50 points on my fantasy for
50, not just
Not like seven
Seven
or
or 10.
10.
sure. It's actually
like,
56 points.
Yeah,
to be
something
exact.
reasonable like
Yeah.
10 or so. Like nah,
It's possible, dude. It's the NFL.
6 touchdowns,
You can
500
you
yards.
could either make 56 points or you could even pass away on the field.
wow.
Everything happens. there.
Wow.
This is crazy. This was something unexpected here, Ace.
I mean,
Right.
has that ever happened in the NFL that you guys know of? Has anybody died on the field? I know somebody's like been like paralyzed or like or
I'm sure
almost
it's
did.
happened before back in the day.
What was
They
that?
didn't say
in the
anything.
day.
Linebacker from the Steelers.
No, it was the safety. I know who you're talking about. He got paralyzed like right then and there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, it was
They
a
were just-
linebacker.
It was a linebacker.
It was a
59.
Shazier.
Yeah.
Shazier?
Yeah.
So you had him, and then you had the guy from the Jets when him and the other
when-
guy, his neck
His
on
whole
that.
back.
But I
Oh,
think
dude.
they still played those games.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, dude. This game, they literally called it off. And this is like
Oh, it has ramifications. Like there's
there's like
districts that-
this isn't like just a game that like nobody's alive anymore. Like, or God, that's such a bad thing to say. That where none of the teams have a chance to play in the postseason. Like, this is a game that still means a lot for like the standings going forward and shit. And to see this happen is just, it's absolutely nuts.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna end on this question here. What's one question you wished I asked you, and how would you have answered?
Ooh.
If I want to know if Misa's ever been in love, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, man, that's why I got married.
No,
6
but
years
like,
ago.
I mean, you got married, but doesn't mean
like
you're
love. Though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You
dude.
know what I mean? Like you're.
I'm in love with this pod,
love.
man. I'm in love with the pod game.
Okay.
Trying to take a what's his name?
Take some words out of
Yeah.
fucking Ivan Melendez's playbook and shit.
Man, that's a good question. I don't know.
I know my style is a little bit different. You know,
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. What do you want people to ask you about Misa?
I don't know. I don't know if I want people to ask me anything. I just want them to like listen.
I want
because you're you're so used to asking the questions now.
No, yeah, I mean it's
The
always
flip
cool.
side.
Like,
So why the headband?
Actually, that's a good question too. That's a good one. I'll answer that one.
Unless
Actually,
it's gang related.
nobody's ever answered. No, it's not.
Unless it's gang related.
Because I was gonna ask him about his glasses. I see that he got them for free because they're
Yeah.
the locomotive ones, right?
Cheap ass.
Hey, I just happen to be the right place, right time,
Hey,
baby.
if you want, I got some Whataburger ones. I got some Packer ones. I got some.
I
What
rep
is
the
it?
locos. I like the locos.
He's gonna switch them off daily.
I get all those other ones when you're going here. The Visit El Paso ones. All
Yeah,
right,
dude.
cool.
I
can't
like
wait
And then
to
you
wear
keep
'em.
them all. You have like a whole bag full.
I have a bunch of like collectible stuff. Like it's
Fuck
just
yeah.
it's a mess. But not gonna lie, it's a mess. But
I've seen your office,
yeah,
dude. I've
and
seen
it's
it before.
I've remodeled again. A lot of stuff's in storage, but I like to collect everything where I go from. Like say for Green Bay, like the bands that they give us to go to like
to the games and stuff.
well, yeah, afterwards, because Mrs. Jones,
VIP. Look at this guy. VIP and all.
yeah, because
Say it.
afterwards, after the game, we get to go. It's like so the stadium's over there on the bottom part where they park or whatever. They have their own little. The Packers have like a post game meal for the families, right? So it's like some barbecue and whatnot, and then
This is after every game.
after every home game, all right. And so the games that I've gone to. Mrs. Jones has got me the pass right there, so we go in there and players are in there. Rogers doesn't really go down there, but like everybody else will be in there, Dylan and Lazard or whatever. But everybody goes and gets to eat some free barbecue. So I keep those.
Yeah,
right,
that's cool.
They don't give you tickets anymore. It's
So
all digital.
bracelet.
No. The
Oh, for the
bracelet,
games?
the bracelet was just for that part,
Okay.
right? But everything's on your phone. But
Right.
now they give you an NFT.
Oh,
So you'll get an NFT from Ticketmaster, and it'll show like a little graphic and of the game that you went to. But other than that, I keep like everything. Like if you see little stuff like Aaron's on that, all right,
Yeah,
take that
yeah,
thing
yeah.
there. One of the programs when I was up there, I want to say March or April, he was doing an event for the National Guard. The photo of him and Junior writing some stuff on the floor, they put that inside the actual game program, which was weird because we're turning the page, and then I'm like, I recognize that image. Like, wait a minute, that's mine. And then sure enough, yeah, I go and I look, and I was like, yep, it's mine. So, but it's cool. But I keep any of like the little knick-knack stuff, cleaning out my stuff. I found the schedule when I went to Colorado for Montes when they played USC, and well, he was on the little pocket schedules.
Right.
Yeah.
So I picked up some of those. Just little stuff
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
all that, like now that all that is kind of like dying off, right?
A lot of the paper stuff is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we'll get this, and we'll get the cards, and yeah, that's cool there too. So I'm a collector. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this, like how I'm gonna piece it together.
Right.
Like you
Just
guys,
make a man cave,
like-
dude.
like-
Make a man cave.
I know. I just
and
don't
like
have a man cave. Like I'm
Yeah.
hardly home. Like you guys do. It's always full-time job and then doing your other stuff. So,
Right.
but question for you again: why do you wear the glasses?
I think just as like part of like an aesthetic, I would say. I mean, I don't need them on. Like
It's because
this.
he's just so high all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's just 'cause I'm
literally his
fucking
eyes are closed.
Tourist off
Every time he's
THC,
talking.
fucking 100% of the day. No, I don't know. I think I don't know. Misa was like, I started wearing these old black glasses that I had, and then like when I didn't wear them, he's like, "Wear your glasses, way." So
It's because
I was like,
I've always thought that like maybe
it's a fashion statement.
yeah, it's
you know?
kind of like a fashion thing, but also one idea that I got, which came with the bandana. My buddy had left it in my car, and at that time I had just gotten a mullet, and I was thinking like, oh, bandana would look good on my mullet, so I wore the mullet, And then that night, Chris wore those glasses, and I was looking through the pictures of that day, and I'd be like, dude, it'd be cool to just have a shirt with like just his glasses, and then like my bandana,
and shit.
but like not our faces, just a bandana,
just the
and his
bandana
glasses. And I thought that'd be so cool. So after that, I was like, dude, maybe that could be someone like your trademark, and this could be my trademark. and
So
stuff.
whoever's been doing your guys' graphics, hey, hook them up. Get the
Yeah.
glasses going
That's-
with them
Yeah,
bandana.
that's a fucking great point right there, actually, Misa. But
Marketing strategy right here, 101.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do all that for ourselves pretty much. I mean, for like little things like that. But we have some friends.
So you know
that
what
do.
that reminds me of, the bandana and that look. I don't know, probably showing my age here, but do you remember the movie Blood In, Blood Out?
yeah,
He's like that look.
What was like? What's that actor's name?
I have no idea, but it looks exactly like it.
Richie, that guy Richie,
Nah,
that guy that played Richie.
he's the other one. He was one, but he turned a cop, but he had that look.
Oh, the snitch one. Fuck. That's what. Oh, yeah. There he is. Just kidding.
I have to be careful of like what kind of like and it's funny, real quick. It's funny because my wife, every time like if we go out to go do something and it's with the pod squad or we get invited by the pod, I'm like, I need to wear my bandana. If it has to do with the pod, I'll wear my bandana. And if it doesn't, I won't. And she asked me like, but why? And I was like, because if I wear it all the time, people are gonna recognize me, and without my bandana, people won't recognize me. And that was just a joke, but it actually happened, like we'd be somewhere and I'll forget my bandana and we'd be talking. He's like, bro, without your bandana, I didn't recognize you, man. Like, and I was like,
bandana.
a
Just
fucking
that
bandana,
one piece
yeah.
of fucking clothing.
I'm like Superman, dude.
It's like this. Oh, it's Superman.
yeah.
Who's that? I
It
don't know
makes
who
no
that
sense.
yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense, but it's true.
But yeah, man, I love it. There's people that say that they enjoy watching me with, I change it up, different types of bandanas, different colors.
I say you get a custom one right there. With that kind of style and font, have it say Misa coming up in there.
We have a
Misa.
bunch that you see that right there. We have like over like 50 of them, and some of them have like our logo, and there's some that with a flag. So there's a lot of different ones that I want to make some merch out of and stuff.
There it is.
Misa.
There it
You
is.
won't be able to tell who I am,
Misa.
and everybody's gonna look like
Who,
Misa.
who is it? Who's that? And then
That's
he puts it on.
Misa.
Misa.
Yeah, dude.
There he is.
Yeah.
There he
I don't
is.
know. I like the sunglasses. I never
Hey,
wear.
keep it.
I want to be
never
like
wear sunglasses
Iron Man. I want to
otherwise,
be like
but-
Iron Man when he came out, and then I just be in a press conference, and then like I got something to say, and then I just put on my bandana and shit, like I'm Misa.
There it is.
Conversing with Chris and Misa.
So do it. Look into that camera right there and do that right there. Like what you just did.
Like I'd pretend and I look up and be like, I'm Misa from Conversing with Chris and Misa.
There we go. Merch coming soon right
Yes.
there. As
God
the so who's the main producer here? Is it you? Or is it 50-50?
I mean,
Well, actually, you guys have a producer, right?
well, we have a producer, but I mean, like if we're gonna be honest, I probably do most of the producing for the show.
Yeah.
For sure. Misa just is like my fucking
Talent? He's the talent.
like the talent, but he's also like my reinforcer. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm down, he's down, so you all better be down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just like he's the right hand man, essentially. But
And also I'm the one
at the
that,
same time, like a lot of the funniest parts of our podcast just come from us just being assholes to
Yeah.
each other.
Oh, well, that's the
You know what I
talent
mean?
part.
Yeah.
The producer side is behind the scenes.
But the producer part, like putting shit together, getting the guests together, getting everybody on track for dates and shit. I would say I do the majority of that, but this dude will also help me with guests, help me with like segment ideas, or I'll tell him, hey, dude, we needed a segment, so come up with something. So it's definitely like a tag team relationship, but I would like to say that I kind of like control at least a little bit more than him, but it's not like in a way where I'm like, no, Misa, like, no, you can't.
No,
do
yeah.
that.
I mean, if we could, it's just also the equipment that we have, a lot of the stuff we do it off of Chris's computer and all. So it only makes sense for Chris to just do it himself there. Every now and then, whenever he needs to help, I'll take care of the audio editing and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, he's got it pretty covered. I just help out with I'm just here for the beer and the bitches, dude.
B&B.
Yeah, B&B.
The B&B.
for the B and the B.
For
I'm
B&B.
just being honest too.
For B and the B.
But
B and the
I
B.
don't know. I mean, like I said, I
Damn,
feel,
he's in critical condition,
dude. I'm telling you, bro. Like this is not a good look. Anyways, a lot of like the podcast is like produced. like we're not like scripting you, telling you like, hey, so you have 30 seconds to talk about like your fucking this or that, you know? Like we open it up and it's kind of like whatever hits.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a great thing. Like I said, proud of you guys. You guys have come a long way. You guys have been consistent. You know, you're pushing barriers and you're having fun. And that's the main thing. You know, don't overstress on gear and stuff like when we talked about last time. Just have fun and it's gonna come. It's gonna grow. It's just so cool to see. You know, from where you guys started to where you guys currently at, and then to where you guys want to go. So we'll end in this. Where can listeners find you guys online? Here's your chance to do all your plugs and whatnot. So let the folks know. We'll look into camera number 2 right there.
So for all fucking podcast platforms on audio, it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, fucking what else? Amazon Prime. You can tell Alexa, hey Alexa, play Conversing with Chris and Misa the podcast. And guess what Alexa's gonna do? She's going to play the fucking podcast. If you guys want to watch us on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel at Conversing with Chris and Misa. Give us a subscribe. We're a little over 500 subs, so we want to get to 1,000 this year. But yeah, if you want to watch everything go down, it's on YouTube, audio only, all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, we're there. Instagram at Conversing with Chris and Misa. TikTok, Chris and Misa podcasts on TikTok. So yeah, we're on social media. You guys can follow us. Misa, where can they follow you at?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me, I'm at Misalshisha2. Yeah, so Misalshisha2 on Instagram, Misael on Facebook. Just search me, man, or look up on our page. I'll be right there. And check out my videos. I like doing some reels and stuff, trying to make people laugh. And yeah, man, thanks everybody. Thank you, Ace. Appreciate you, brother.
No, that's a lot right there. It's a mouthload of social channels that you're on. But hey, it's 2023. Take advantage and use what we got.
You gotta be out there, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, I appreciate.
We're about to start our OnlyFans soon, so check that one out.
Your fans only?
Yeah.
All right, the fans only. All right.
OF.
Sorry, the dyslexia right here is coming. But no, I appreciate you guys. You know, letting me come in and record here from your guys' spot. Like I said, I know it's Monday, but this will be airing mañana on Taco Tuesday. Like I said, it's the first episode of the year. I'll try to be as consistent as you guys are. I'll try.
You got it, bro. Hey, at least once a year is good.
Hey, once a year is good.
Once a year.
Hey, once a year.
At least you're good for until 2024.
Hey, I'll make it a tradition. All right, we're coming back with Chris and Misa on the new year.
January 2nd.
Yeah.
January 2nd.
I'm not gonna have any tacos till then. So
no tacos and no autographs on that.
And no orange salsa.
That shit's so good.
It's so good, dude.
It was so good on that. So like I said, gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully it's not the last time. And for everybody else watching, I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Thank you for watching this episode of Taco Tuesdays with Ace. Be sure to follow us at epsportsnetwork.com for all the latest episodes.